Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another Plan With Me. In today's video, we are going to be doing my weekly setup for the month of March. So it is officially Monday of the very first full week of March, and I cannot wait to get this set up. So I'll be taking you guys along today. If you'd like to follow along, links to everything that I use in today's video will be in the description. And I will also put the hex codes for the sticker pack that I'm going to be using in the description. They're also on the Etsy listing, and I will put them on the screen here. These hex codes go with this color palette. So this one is one I'm pretty sure is my favorite. I'm going to use it for my weekly setup. I'm very, very excited. Feel free to pause and add any of these colors into your preset colors for your pen or highlighter tool. But I am so eager to get this started. So let's come back to our planner. We're going to make sure that we are not in editing mode. And then you're just going to click on the side of the week and it's going to take us to this week. Now I do have a very unfortunate confession. When I was making this planner, I apparently missed this week of updating the dates from last year. So either that or I just typed them in wrong. I'm not sure. But the 5th is actually Sunday, and I unfortunately have that on Monday. It's right everywhere else. It's right on the small calendar. It's right on the monthly, but it's incorrect here, and all of the other weeks are fine. Also, the good news is that the links here, for example, if I click on the 5th, it's going to take me to the 6th, which is what that day should be programmed to be. So everything is in the clear here, thankfully. But we're just going to come back to that week, and thankfully we can just put new stickers over this. The links still work properly, so it'll be good as new in just a second. But it really sucks to spend so much time doing these planners, editing all these links and dates to find out that you messed up a week. So I do apologize, but I'm so glad that it's an easy fix, an easy cover up, and it shouldn't really interfere with anyone's planning. So that's good. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to come into editing mode, come to my elements, and we are going to start by just covering up everything on the edges here. So let's grab our elements. I'm in my digital planning folder that I created, and I can see that this is the sticker that's going to cover everything up. So I'm just going to resize this. And that looks good, so just tap off. And now let's get going. So I think because it's St. Patrick's Day, I want to stick with this rainbow theme. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a lot of the stripes. So first, I'm just going to grab my picture tool, tap on this long striped line. I'm going to copy this and come back to my planner. Let's paste it, grab my picture tool. And I think what I want to do is do 3 of these. So I'm just going to kind of imagine what I think a good width for 3 will be. I think just a tiny bit bigger. Hopefully that works. And I'm just going to make this as wide as I think it should be to fill this space. Okay, and I think that's good. So I'm just going to bring this up to the top here. I'm going to tap off of it and then tap back onto it. This means that when I tap to copy, it's going to copy it at this size that I've adjusted it to. I'm just going to paste it, line it up. I'm just trying to get the spacing between the lines even so that it looks like it's all one unit instead of 3 different ones. Okay, we're just going to do one more time. And I'm just going to use my picture tool and try one more time just to make sure everything is good. Okay, so as you can see, there's a little bit of an extra gap here. This isn't necessarily perfect in between. So I'm going to take my lasso tool, make sure images is turned on. I'm going to grab all of this and move it down. And then obviously it moved the white block that was underneath. So I'm just going to come back to this lasso tool, and then I'm going to select a section right here. So I know I'm not grabbing any of the white here or any of the white over here. And I'm just going to drag this up so that it doesn't cover up the edges here. Okay, and that looks a lot better. Honestly, I think I could go up just a little bit more. But once I'm happy with the spacing between the top and the edge here, I'm good to go. Now I am going to stick with my cheeky Collegian font. So I'm going to grab my text tool, tap here, and I'm just going to grab the blue circle and drag it over. Tap inside with my finger and write M space A space R space C space H. Then I'm going to triple tap, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to tap to center align this, and then I'm going to adjust the size by tapping on here and just dragging this until it looks good. All right, so I'm gonna pull the blue circles out again. I'm going to turn on text boxes only. And I'm gonna drag this up here. Try to use my best judgment in order to find the center. And then I'm going to select this one more time. I'm going to copy it and paste it. And then I'm going to tap on it and change the color to white. And then just offset it a little bit so that there's a black shadow underneath. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a habit tracker over here. I'm gonna come to my sticker set. I am going to choose the orange, I like this, and I'm going to choose my Monday start stickers. So these are new, I'm very excited. So I'm just gonna tap on this and copy it, come back to my planner, paste it, grab my picture tool, and then just resize this until it's a good size to fit in here. And I think I'm gonna actually move this down just a little bit. And I just think for like continuity, I'm going to grab one of these, copy it, paste it, use my picture tool, tap on this again, and I'm just going to make it less wide. And I'm gonna bring it over here. It's pretty perfect. And then I'm just gonna resize this so that it's the same width as the stripes. All right, and I think that looks really good. I'm just going to line this up so that it's spaced evenly between the calendar and the tracker. That looks good. I'm gonna tap on this. I'm gonna copy it. We can keep it exactly the same size. We're gonna paste it, grab my picture tool, and then drag this over here. And again, just try to make the spacing even. And then one of my favorite things to do, if you've watched my videos, you've definitely probably noticed this, but for the weekly layouts, I always like to include a spot for me to put a photo. It's just a nice way to encourage me to express a little bit of gratitude each week and make sure that I'm taking photos of some nice memories as well. I'm just gonna come back to my sticker set. I'm going to grab this lighter green, copy it, paste it, grab my picture tool, and then resize this, make it bigger. And I always put it at a little bit of an angle. I don't know, I just think it's a nice touch. And then I'm gonna come back and grab some washi tape to go on top of that. So let's come to our themed washi tape. And I'm gonna take the yellow one. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, excellent. I'm gonna grab my picture tool and grab one of the orange leprechauns. And I'm just gonna put this over top in the corner, and maybe I'll just adjust the angle. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these, and these are going to be used for my dates. So I'm just going to make sure that images is turned on now. Text boxes can be on or off, it doesn't matter. Select all 4 of these, copy them, paste them, and then these we're gonna resize together. And it doesn't matter if the angle gets messed up too much because they don't have to be straight. And we just want to make sure these are a big enough size that they cover up the numbers, but not that they're so big that they take up too much space in the box. So I'm content with this. So I'm just going to tap off, circle them again, copy, and paste. All right, and so we're just going to place these. And then delete this last one because it's not necessary. And now we obviously have to put the numbers in. So you can write these, or you can take the stickers by coming to your sticker pack, scrolling over to the dates, and then remembering that those dates were wrong, so don't use those as a guide. We're gonna start with the 6th, and that means that this week ends on the 12th. So we're just gonna take the 6th through the 12th in all of the colors, tap and copy, come back to our planner, paste, and then we do have to carefully size here so our numbers don't end up crooked, but I'm just gonna tap off, highlight them again, and resize them. I'm gonna tap off again, lasso them one more time, resize them, and this is sort of my little hack for when I just wanna be careful that I don't have to keep repeating work. I'm just gonna put these inside and see if they're an okay size, and I think that'll do. And then we're just gonna match the colors. So take the 6 in there, the 7 here, and so on. All right, so I'm just gonna delete this. So lasso all of it and delete. Now our dates are correct. Now you can see that the links still work. It's perfect. And I wanna use some of the grid here. So I think for the purpose of being able to write and keep it really clean, I'm either gonna use the darker color and write in white, or maybe the lightest yellow and write in black. I think I'm gonna go with the green. So I'm gonna lasso this, tap, copy, come to my planner, paste it, grab my picture tool, tap on this, and I'm actually going to rotate it. And I think I'm just going to make it kind of big. And then I'm just going to count how many of these I want to keep. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. So I'm just going to tap on this, hit crop, and I have to remember that I rotated it. So I'm going to count up 11 and a half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. And I'm just going to hold my pen tool on the side there, being careful not to move that, and then just drag this down with my finger. Once I'm happy, I'll hit done. And then I can just kind of place this in here, and I think I want it just a little bit bigger. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna come back here and grab a washi tape. I think I'll do the orange one. Paste this here. Gonna come back to my sticker pack, grab the Irish flag, come back to my planner, and paste it. Oops, and I grabbed the rainbow. I might use that though, so I'm just gonna put that there. Bring this here, grab my picture tool, tap on this, and just size it up. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to make this a little bit taller. And I think I'm gonna change the colors down here. So I think I'm gonna make this yellow and maybe use the washi tape in that lighter green. All right, I'm gonna use this space for random notes throughout the week. And then this is how I'm going to basically sort my projects for the week. So I'm going to have to do, doing, and done here. So I'm just gonna use black text, and I'm going to change the size. It does not need to be that big. I think this will be good though. I'm going to zoom in and drag out the blue circle, tap with my finger, and start typing to do. I'm going to triple tap. I'm going to center align this. I'm just going to tap off. So I'm just going to grab my lasso tool and make sure that text boxes is on, but images is turned off. And I'm just going to drag this over here and make sure that I'm okay with it being the size that it is. And I think that I want it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to grab the text tool, triple tap with my finger, and then just increase the size. And also drag these blue dots to the edge of the color. And you might have to tap off and tap back on if you had your letters highlighted like I did. All right, and now's the time where having those hex codes is really gonna come into play. So I didn't set them up as presets for my text boxes, so I'm gonna have to add those in now. But while I'm in my text tool, I'm just going to tap, and then I'm going to come up here to this little box that has the line through it. And this is our text box style. So I'm going to go to Advance, and I'm going to change the background color. So I'm just going to make them all this light green. So I'm just going to tap and then type in the hex code. I'm just going to hit back. And then this has 10-point border padding. I'm just going to reduce that a bit. I'd like it to be thinner. It's all the way down to 0 now. And you can also put a shadow underneath it. So here you can see if I toggle it on and off what that looks like. And I also want the text on the inside to be white, I think. So I'm just going to triple tap and change that to white. Okay, and I like the way that looks a lot better. So now I'm just going to make sure, again, that just text boxes is on. Just going to copy and paste. And paste again. And if you're worried about them lining up perfectly, you can just take the pen tool, draw a line, and then I can see I didn't eyeball it perfectly, so you can just put everything on the line. And then I can just tap eraser, make sure it's on stroke eraser, and then you can just erase it all with one tap. All right, so coming back to the text tool, I'm just going to tap on here, triple tap, doing, and done. And I actually think I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger and move it. Then I'm just gonna grab all of this text together and move it up. All right, and I'm not really sure that I have a space for this rainbow. So I'm just gonna delete this, but I am gonna come to my sticker pack, come to my shamrocks, and let's just choose a couple that I like. I am in love with these ones. And I'm just gonna come to my lasso tool, make sure images is turned on, and grab these 4. And then I'm going to grab my picture tool, tap on these, and then just drag them, and then just kind of resize and rotate how I like. Okay, and then I have 2 final touches that I want to do. So I'm going to come here, and I'm just going to grab this yellow brush stroke that has some transparency to it, and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it, grab my picture tool, tap on this, and resize it a little bit. Just gives me a better visual. I'm going to crop it and crop it into a rectangle. And now I'm just going to highlight the week. And since this is a Monday start, I'm just gonna tap and copy this one more time. I'm just gonna tap and paste it, grab my picture tool. We're just gonna come in, because now it's gonna get pretty small. So we're just gonna grab the edge, bring it over to the 12, and then zoom in over here. And that looks great. So we've highlighted our week. And then the very, very last thing that I wanna do is just add one of these cute little shamrocks. So let's take the orange one. I'm gonna copy it, and I'm just gonna paste it. Grab my picture tool, resize it so it's bigger. And I just kinda wanna crop this off at an angle. So what I'm gonna do is just draw a line when I crop it. So I'm just gonna do one at like this angle. So I'm gonna come to freehand, and then I want like that part cut off. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of go in and then go all the way around. So this is all the part that I wanna keep. So it's just going to crop out that little edge. Tap done. And now I'm gonna make it a little smaller and line this up here. So then it actually kind of looks like it disappears behind it, but that just means that I have to move my washi tape over. And maybe what I'll do with my washi tape is just kind of angle it like this. And there's a lot of ways that you can get creative with the use of the washi tape and the paper clips. But I think for now I'm just gonna move everything up just a hair. And then I think I'll move this down just a hair as well. Turn on text boxes only. And I might actually move this part up. I sort of like that. Let me know what you guys think. Did you like it better inside the flag, or do you like it on the top? Okay, but I really like this. I like this so much more than my monthly layout. I just wasn't crazy about it, and I'm not sure if it was the layout or if it was the color palette. But one thing I do want to show you guys is for the monthly layout, I did change this to that blue. I had originally planned to try to keep the blue out, but then as I went through and I did everything, I started incorporating more blue. And I just realized that having that, the part that's blue now, having that be black, just looked very out of place. So I changed it to blue so that it matched more of what was in the planner, but it also made me then wish that I had used blue in the initial part of doing this heading, like using blue shamrocks or something. I just think it would have pulled all this together more. I also could have used a blue shamrock here, which I didn't, but you know, you change your mind as things go. So in hindsight, maybe I would have done a few things differently, but I'm genuinely happy with how this one turned out. All right, and I think that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, I really appreciate you guys. It shocks me every time that anybody is interested in watching my Plan With Me's, but thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you guys in my next Plan With Me. Bye!